Good morning, everybody, or afternoon if you're on the East Coast. It's Andy Hudson, Director of Marketing for Incentive Concepts, and welcome to day number 3 of the PPAI show. Hopefully everybody's doing well, and some of you may be joining us from outside of the PPAI show, and that's just fine as well. So I'd like to welcome everybody this morning and welcome you to our presentation today. But before I introduce our presenters, I'd like to just ask you all to keep your cameras turned off and yourselves on mute during the presentation. You can use the chat button to chat with us and ask any questions. And if it's relevant for the entire group, I'll be happy to ask that question on your behalf. And you can also, at the end of the session, we'll have a Q&A where you can open up your video and audio and ask any questions verbally. Finally, we're holding a drawing today, courtesy of our brand partner. I'll tell you about that a little bit later, so make sure to stick around for the whole presentation and we'll let you know where to enter for that drawing. With that, let me introduce, first of all, our Incentive Concepts salesperson who's with us today, Tom Sferatori. Sferator. I can never remember how to say that, Tom. Maybe you can introduce yourself, and then if you could kindly introduce our presenter today.
Sure thing. Good morning, Andy. Thank you very much for having me, and good afternoon to my fellow East Coasters. It depends on who you ask. My father will say Sferator, my uncle would say Sferatore. So it depends on the spelling, but most people don't get it right anyway, and that's okay. Very happy to be here today to introduce a great friend and a great brand partner, as well as an award-winning presenter for our IC Live series, Mr. Jason Radford from Broil King, who's going to talk to us today about some changes to the line and some other opportunities that we have available from that brand. So with that, I'd like to introduce Jason Radford.
Well, thanks, Tom. And it's been an interesting couple of months, and obviously it has been for everybody else, but we did have a lot of fun throughout the COVID part, if you could call any of it fun at all. But we did do 2 great presentations on tailgating and how to get your grill ready for the winter and a few other fun things like that. And we actually won an award from ASI. I don't know if you can say that at the PPAI show, but it was the best use of video. So we had a lot of fun. We did some tailgating and we made the best of a very difficult situation. But mainly, we just wanted to kind of give everybody a lay of the land and how Broil King has navigated the waters of the COVID situation and what we're going to be looking for moving forward in 2021. Good news is for those that you don't know the Broil King brand very well, we are made in North America. So the nice part is we have facilities in Canada, Waterloo, Ontario. We have one in Dixon, Tennessee, and Huntington, Indiana. The advantage we had in the spring was we had plenty of inventory, and and during the lockdown, people were redeeming for grills quite regularly, and anything to do with home or cooking at home, obviously, as we were all stuck at home, was a very popular item. So we did do very well during that time and managed to navigate the waters nicely. And but then as this thing kind of continued on, obviously we had challenges. As much as we have the factories here, we had some challenges, obviously, keeping people safe within the factories and allowing them to go back to work. Good news is we were deemed essential as we are an appliance to help people cook, and hardware stores are our main sellers. So we were able to rejig the factories. We have over 1 million square feet of manufacturing and warehousing. So we were able to kind of, in the last 6 months, rejig all of our facilities, social distance, create the lines to keep all of our workers safe, and continue to build grills. During that time, we streamlined a few of our selections for 2021. So some of the items that we had for planned for 2021 really didn't happen, and we wanted to make sure that we knew we were still going to run into some challenges moving forward, because we got up to about 80% of capacity. So what we did is we made sure that we're going to just build a bit of a shorter model run for 2021. So myself and the IC team came up with a great line for 2021, where we streamlined it a little bit, not a lot different, but making sure that we can manage. And when a grill is placed into one of your programs, we're going to do our best to make sure that we continue to build for that inventory and continue shipping and keep all of your customers happy. I'm going to share screen here for everybody. Okay. So,
We see it, Jason. Looks good. Just go into
yep,
presentation mode there, my friend.
presentation mode we go. And
Perfect.
here we go on the presentation mode. So very, very simple 3-page slide here. We don't want we know time is tough and everybody has spent a ton of time on Zoom calls, but kind of outlining what we've changed for 2021, what's moving forward, and what will likely be a successful a lineup for your programs moving forward in 2021. The whole marketing campaign for Broil King moving forward in 2021 is do more with your grill. As people are obviously stuck at home a little bit more than they're used to, the whole campaign is basically breakfast, lunch, and dinner on your barbecue. We want everybody to do everything on the grill. During some of our presentations throughout the lockdowns, we showed all different things from tailgating to fancy food to vegetables to anything, and you can do anything on your grill, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. New for 2021, one of the victims of the COVID streamline was our Imperial series. We used to have our highest end grill that was a standalone that could stand up on its own, was called the Imperial XL. We felt that because we've created a built-in lineup for Imperial, we did not need to have that grill under the Imperial brand, and we moved that to Regal. So last year you would have seen an Imperial bundle in the Incentive Concepts lineup. Essentially the exact same barbecue minus a different in the grids, is now called the Regal XL bundle. So that the Imperial series is now only a built-in grill, which doesn't really apply to our premium business. So you will not see the Imperial series anymore. That allowed us to ramp up our Regal series and build more of those, keep more in stock, and until make sure that we have product to ship to your customers. Because the Imperial was the top and now Regal is the top, the Baron series got a bit of a facelift this year. It was a planned facelift for 2021. We actually moved it earlier in the fall to make sure that we could get any kinks out of a new model and have it ready for an inventory right in as soon as we hit 2021. So the new Baron is kind of behind me here. We've added the blue lights that everybody liked. If you saw it at PPAI, the Regal series always had the blue lights and everyone loved them. So we've added that to the Baron series. Baron series also got stainless steel grids. So essentially we took what was the Baron last year, kind of bumped it up a level in order to be under Regal. And we've now brought a new line in for 2021, which it's not that new. It's new to North America. We've been selling it in Europe and New Zealand, Australia. And it's called the Crown series. So that will actually play in that about $350, $400 to $600 range. Baron's now going to take you from $600 to approximately $800. And then the Regal series will take you from $800 and up. Which will allow you to, fit any price point you need. If you have had the Baron into some programs and you saw the price increase, it is a different barbecue. It's not that we just jacked the price. It got stainless steel grids. It got stainless steel shelves, a whole new base, the blue lights. It's now a higher level barbecue. Likely, if you need to hit a price point, the Crown series will have that price point that you need to stay within that budget for a required program. Essentially, the Crown is just last year's Baron, different lid. The pellet series, we've left the same. The only difference is the Baron pellet has become the Crown pellet. Same barbecue, same model number, same everything, just a name change. Because in 2022, hopefully, as everything goes well, that we will be bringing out a different line in the electric pellet series as well. That was kind of put on the back burner for 2021 for obvious reasons. So as you can see right here, you'll see the all new Crown series, great looking grill, black shelves instead of stainless shelves, just a little more streamlined lid, doesn't have the big rivets on the side like this guy right here, but just very, very similar. The Baron looks more like a mini Regal. This is kind of in between our Monarch series and Baron series, and you will see the Barons at the bottom.
Hey, Jason,
Yeah.
It's Andy. I'm just sorry to interrupt you there, but I just want to mention to everybody that we are giving away a grill today too, a Porta Chef 120, which is a fantastic little small footprint grill, and Jason has been kind enough to donate that. So stay tuned to the end of the presentation on how to enter for that. And I just wanted to bring Tom on here. Tom, can you make any comments so far about what you've heard and maybe some great examples of programs that have involved grills before Jason goes on here?
Sure thing, Andy. Thank you very much. As Jason pointed out, while everybody has been more or less stuck at home during this whole COVID experience, more and more people are spending time and cooking in their homes and spending time with their families at home. So we have seen grills perform extremely well over the last 9 months or so, and we expect that that's going to continue into 2021. We've seen great redemptions in standard years of service recognition type programs. As casinos are starting to reopen, we're starting to get more and more requests for casino programs for these items as well. There's also great opportunities with microbreweries that like to use these as end caps and promotional items, which we'll get more into the decorated side of things in a little bit here. But Jay also did point out another thing here as far as the Baron line kind of having some changes. One thing that we know in this channel, price point is hugely important. So for those items that did go away, we do have similar items that are at similar price points to replace those in your program. So the continuity is important. So that's what I have to add there.
That's fantastic. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Tom. All right, Jay, sorry to interrupt you there, but
no. Those are some great points, especially on the dealer loader program, grocery, whether it's, you mentioned microbrewery, obviously brewery, but anybody that hot dogs, burgers, bun companies, anything, steak companies, any of those types of enter to win prizing has been very successful for us over the last 9 months because obviously it ties in pretty easily where like buy our burgers, enter to win a barbecue, or buy our burger buns and enter to win a barbecue has been very popular over the last 9 months. And as you can see, the Crown and the Baron, very similar. We've really truly streamlined how we produce the grills as well for 2021 to make sure that we continue significant stock and keep the flow of product moving with you guys. The bases are all black now instead of gray and black, so we don't have to change over paint lines. We've really gotten away from trying to build way too many barbecues and really streamline the ones that are successful and keep them in inventory and keep them in stock and keep them shipping. So as Tom mentioned, last slide here, we're keeping it simple. We want to ask you guys questions after, is our custom program. We have a great custom program that we released at the beginning of 2020, which the custom program was a little tough during, but we're starting to see a lot of that come through right now. We're getting quite a few orders for our custom program. We've brought a lot of our minimums down from 25 to 50 down to 15. Couple of different ways to logo the grills themselves. We can actually wrap an entire full panel. So this is actually a panel off the barbecue that's behind me. So you can do a full color wrap. As well as you can keep it simple and just do a simple sticker on the front, which is the most popular and most cost effective and easier to do. But you've got this great area right down here to easily logo a grill. Looks great on a dealer loader. This is our #1 selling logo grill. It's called the Gem by Broil King. Fantastic little grill. Looks great on display, easy to put together. The shelves fold down. You can, one person can pretty much pick it up. And just under that logoed for around $300, $350. So just a perfect grill for the whole custom capabilities. And this full panel here is actually just this piece of the barbecue right there. So you can see how crazy we can get with the custom, and we've brought the minimums down, but lots of great opportunities for just some great grills made in the USA. We're going to continue. I know there's a lot of challenges with a bunch of people right now in terms of the ports and product coming out offshore. Good news is we produce these things in North America, primarily the IC lineup's about 90% made in the USA. So hopefully that will translate to flow of product and a lot of people needing some grills for the spring. And we continue to keep our customers happy and produce great product here in the USA.
Wonderful. Thanks, Jay. Let me turn my camera back on here for some reason. I forgot to do that. Just put in the chat where you can go to enter for that PortaChef 120. If you go to incentiveconcepts.com/grillmaster, that's where we're gonna go. And you are the grill master, Jason. So that's why
we did have a lot of fun. Like, I mean, this is the first one that I'm not like freezing or tailgating or outside or cooking. I don't know what to do with my hands unless I'm like over here grilling something. But yeah,
you don't have your Buffalo Bills jersey on.
No, I don't have my Bills, but we do have the Bills football, over here. Go Bills. And there's going to be a lot of people in Buffalo tailgating and grilling and likely breaking tables and a few other things this weekend. But as long as they're grilling, that's all we truly worry about. So
I actually had, I've got a Monarch, which is one of the smaller ones that medium-sized ones in the
it's both between these two
backyard. And I had that. And we actually did burgers last night with the family. One of our only family nights this week where we had burgers. They're fantastic. They're very nice, evenly. I want to go back to your all-day cooking, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What would be your favorite thing for breakfast on maybe a griddle or something? Or
I've done tons of different things. Like we've done pancakes, we've done but the one thing I like doing is everyone always asks, like, do I need a side burner? I love a side burner on my grill because I like doing the fried egg on the left side, and then you can leftover pulled pork or whatever you did from the day before. But one of the best things is you buy the tortilla shells and you toast them on the grill, get the grill marks on them, throw your grilled bacon or slow cooked bacon or your pulled pork left over, potatoes from the night before. Nothing's better than reheating some roasted veg and then throwing it all. And what I like doing is just basically taking that steak dinner or that low and slow brisket, pulled pork, whatever, and literally just fire it all onto the grill the next day. Put a fried egg, roll it into a tortilla, and it's like the breakfast smash. It's awesome. That'll cure any hangover or whatever or tailgating aftermath that you might have. But
perfect. Well, I tell you what. Next year at PPAI, when we're back in person, maybe you can bring a grill and fire up some of those.
We've tried. I think maybe PPAI might be more lenient next year now that they're definitely going to want everybody back. So hopefully maybe they'll let me fire up a grill and breakfast smashes for everybody. Yeah.
So, well, Mark, who's tuning in, says he's hungry now. So am I.
Yeah, that's a good one. That one's always a lot of fun.
Okay. Tom, what about a lunch? What sounds good for a lunch for you?
Well, for me, since I've been eating vegetarian, it's not going to be as excited as everybody else here is, but it would be some grilled veggies on the grill, maybe getting some potatoes in the grill basket to get them fired up with some peppers and onions and, maybe some veggie burgers on there. Like I said, not nearly as fun as Jay's presentation when he was cooking those huge bone-in ribeyes back in the spring, but certainly
I'm trying to find a picture for you here to show everybody because my wife doesn't eat beef either, and I grilled up these cauliflower steaks that actually turned out absolutely fantastic, and I just got to find the picture here, and this would be right up the alley. So people just think outside the box. You can do a lot of different things with a grill, and it doesn't have to be steak. Obviously, steaks are great, but you can do a lot of fun stuff on the grill. Oh, here's all the stuff from our first presentation. So
when somebody just made a comment in the chat, Dan, saying, would you be willing to touch on the new Broil Mate series? And I know we talked about that offline. Oh, first of all, tell us about that. That's cauliflower?
So that is actually, I cut 2 big slabs of cauliflower up the middle, trimmed it off, and then I actually got a harissa paste and put that on both sides of it, grilled it, and then reduced the mushrooms and butter and onions, a little cilantro on the top, and that was my wife's cauliflower steak.
And there you go, Tom.
Yeah,
fantastic. That recipe will be passed on within my household.
That one was a good one. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, when I took the picture of everything for the Instagram, hers looked better than mine. So we called that Jay's COVID kitchen, and we ate well during you can do anything. So that right there is, I put once again bringing in another brand from IC. That was all seared on the Lodge cast iron, but I put the cast iron on the grill, grilled the asparagus direct, did the scallops on there, and then that was a simple capers, white wine butter, and lemon zest for the top. So a lot of fun. You can just do, well, there you go. So boom.
Wow.
Finex and Lodge all on one on a Broil King. So
we should just have a weekly episode where you show pictures from your phone.
Yeah. Well, there's the turkey burger and everything else. So have a lot of fun. So people, it's not just burgers and hot dogs. Like once again, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have fun with your grill. Try different things. Put the pans on the grill. Get a Lodge cast pan. Because anytime you think that you need to do it inside, especially if it starts getting warmer out, hopefully at some point. But why heat up your oven? Why heat up your stove? Everything you can do inside, you can do outside on your grill. If you don't have a side burner, get a cast pan, throw it inside. It'll still do the same thing. And once again, the nice part, you still get the flavor of a barbecue, but you can't really screw it up if it's in the pan either, which is nice. And you still get a nice sear on it, especially if you're doing like a ribeye or a fattier steak. Sometimes I'll sear it off in the cast and then just finish it quickly on the barbecue to get that flame hit to it. But then you're not going to get those flare-ups because of the fattiness of a ribeye. So just enjoy it and have fun with it.
Yeah, for sure. And don't forget to head over to incentiveconcepts.com/grillmaster, which again is Jason's unofficial title, unofficial title.
Unofficial.
Yeah. And I think at this point, if anybody has any questions, either put them in the chat again. Dan asked about the new Broil Mate series. Can you touch on that real quick? And then if anybody wants to open up their camera or their audio to ask any verbal questions, feel free as well. I'll remove the spotlight on you in case anybody wants to say anything. So touch on the Broil Mate though, Jay.
Yeah, so the Broil Mate line essentially is, some of you are familiar with Huntington, which is our other price point line. That's not under the Broil King umbrella, where we kind of de-spec Broil Kings and create something more of a little bit of a price point. This year, due to the COVID and obviously streamlining our builds, Broil Mate is actually a brand that we build quite a bit for in Canada, not in the US. So this year for the incentive industry, because I knew we were going to build Broil Mates, they're exactly the same as the Huntingtons. The only difference is a nameplate. And because this year we're basically just focusing on factory time and space, that essentially it's just called Broil Mate instead of Huntington. Other than that, great price point grills. You're going to be looking at anywhere from like $185 up to about $300. So if you're looking for that price point or giveaway or anything, it's a great option. And I think we have about 4 models this year in the IC lineup.
Yeah, I think I looked on our website right now. There's 3 models on there. Now, one may be like just on a back order situation, and all of them can be decorated, the Broil Mate, yeah?
Correct. Yes, they all have big front panels on the front. So essentially, if there's a solid panel on the front or one door like this Broil Mate or this Broil King Baron right here, single doors are great for logos. It's always hard when there's 2 doors to where do you put the logo. But anything with a single panel or a single door, great for logos.
Yeah, let's hold up that that thing again that has all the decoration on it, so I can put on gallery view and say a few things about it.
Well, basically, this is our custom program actually outlined on an actual panel of a barbecue. So shows you the amount of colors and detail you can really get into, shows our minimum. If you do have a customer or you guys want one of these for your office, please reach out to your IC sales rep. We can actually create one of these panels for you, and you can keep it at the office. And it's just a good way to show, wow, that's actually a part of a barbecue, and the capabilities of customization.
So it's much more rugged than just a sticker, because it's actually like baked right onto it.
This is the panel, and it's a 3M vinyl wrap on it, but it is 8-year warranty on the sticker. The sticker is going to last longer than most of the other stuff on things, but it's great, and you're going to have no problem with it, and it's UV protected. Same wrap as you'd use on a car.
Okay.
So it's designed for outdoors and everything else, and it's great.
Okay. Tom, anything to add from your end?
Yes, thanks, Andy. I'd just like to remind everybody what Jay pointed out earlier, that all of these, most of the grills that we're selling through Incentive Concepts are made in North America, which as inventory has been an issue for many manufacturers over the last 10 months or so, the fact that things are being made in North America certainly makes availability a little bit better for us. But always be sure to check with your rep to make sure that what you're looking for is in stock and available for when you need it. And lastly, thank you, Jason, and go Bills.
Go Bills.
Yeah, no kidding. That's great. All right, Jay, any closing comments here or thoughts? I don't think.
No, we just once again, we appreciate everyone's patience during this. I think we came out of it and navigated it better than most. Thank you, Andy, for obviously keeping all of our customers informed during this whole time. And I look forward to doing another one of our live segments, and I'm sure we'll come up with something fun. And we appreciate everyone's support, and we look forward to being another popular item for 2021. And nothing better than sitting at home and figuring out new recipes on your grill. So eat well and have fun, and go Bills.
All right. Well, thanks. And we do have you penciled in for an IC Live, and we'll have to bring Ben back on, because he did that maple peach, whatever was it?
Maple bourbon moonshine sauce on that the moonshine almost killed him one time, but he's now turned it into a barbecue sauce. So it's a little safer now.
Okay,
so
good,
we're good. Yeah.
All right. One last reminder: incentiveconcepts.com/grillmaster for the giveaway.
Perfect.
Porta Chef 120 grill. And then incentiveconcepts.com/PPAI. Jason is with us all week, and he'd be available to talk to you if you want to come over, and Tom as well, and any of our team. Tom, thanks for your help. Jay, as always, thank you, Mr. Grill Master.
No problem.
Everybody,
Thank
enjoy
you,
the rest of the show, the rest of your day, the rest of your week. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.
Great.